The other coordinator and MC is my wife, who should be here any moment. She was taking our two sons to a championship football game, and they should be walking in any minute, but we are going to get things started to keep us on time. Tonight is a fundraiser for our temple, and it's our great pleasure to welcome you for what promises to be a very fun and entertaining evening filled with a variety of thrilling dances, from classical to semi-classical to Bollywood, fusion, old Hindi film song dances, and our first ever Indo-Caribbean dance school, Dharma Dance, will be taking the stage tonight. We also have Holi songs, a performance by our youth Dola class at our temple, and some special guest speakers and an appearance by our very own Miss Diwali 2025, Ariana Odi. I'll turn things over now to Jessica, who is going to introduce the very first performance of the evening. Thank you again for joining us, and please enjoy the evening.
Thank you all for that very warm and welcoming opening. Are you all ready for the first performance? All right. Well, the first performance of the evening is a devotional Bharatanatyam style classical dance by the very talented Anjana Chakrabarti from the Adi Dance School. To further introduce this item, please welcome now the instructor of the Adi Dance School, Davina Edwaro.
Namaskaram, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be part of another beautiful event hosted by the Milad Mandir. I'm Davina Edwaro, founder and director of Adi, the premier Bharatanatyam school in Howard County. As a choreographer and mentor, I take immense pride in presenting not only my work, but also that of my students. Amongst the many talented artists gracing the stage tonight, two performances showcased my students' achievements. My very first student, Nirvana Lakshman, now leads her own dance school, Dharma Dance Space, performing tonight. Another school you may recognize is Zind Academy, directed by Nina, who now trains with me privately at an advanced level. With this spirit of artistic evolution and devotion, we begin the evening with a soul-stirring performance. Our opening piece, a choreography of mine, is a heartfelt tribute to Lord Vishnu, the omnipresent one. The bhajan, Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana, glorifies three of his divine avatars, Rama, Krishna, and Narasimha. Please welcome Adi soloist Anjana Chakrabarti to the stage.
Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana, Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana, Sri Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana, Ramakrishna Ayani Premato Pilichene, Ramakrishna Ayani Premato Pilichene, Omaina Jupavemi Narayana, Omaina Jupavemi Narayana, Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana. Andajavagana Pundarikaksha, Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana. वासुदेव मुकुंद वनमाली चक्रधर नरसिंहाच्युत नारायण पतितुडवनि निम्मु पतिवानु कोन्ने सीतापति ननु काववेमि नारायण रामदासुनि ब्रोव प्रेमतो भद्राचल धामुडैन श्रीमन्नारायण 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 रामकृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रामकृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रामकृष्ण गोविंद नारायण रामकृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे
Hi, good evening, everyone. Wasn't that a wonderful, wonderful start to our show tonight? Let's hear it for the very talented, very graceful Anjana Chakrabarti from Adi Dance School. Well, welcome, everyone. I am Indira Sharma. I am one of the co-coordinators of the Holi show program. I know that you met our co-host Jessica earlier this evening. It is my great pleasure to be one of your hosts this evening, and we are going to get ready for the next performance of the night. Before we do that, there are a couple of very important people that we would like to thank. Hopefully you all had a chance to pick up our program at the front door. There are tons of volunteers from the temple that give a lot to put this program on, and this is a fundraising event, so we really, really appreciate all the volunteers, all the sponsors, and we urge you to take a look at the program and see them all listed there. I do want to give a very special shout out to a couple of folks behind stage who make this happen. Gajendra Surajpal, our DJ, and Tamesh Surajpal, brothers, are members of our temple, and they are volunteering their time tonight to do our sound and to make everything run smoothly. So this next item is really special because it is a performance featuring the youth of our temple. It is the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir, the Dholak class. And for those of you who don't know, a Dholak is a small hand drum. And we are fortunate at the temple because we have a volunteer teacher who spends a lot of his time. His name is Vic Mahes. He's a very valued member of our community. He spends a lot of time teaching these young children how to play the dholak and also inspiring them to sing. So tonight you'll see some singing as well. But it is with sadness that I share with you all that unfortunately Vic's father passed away this morning. And he was supposed to be here tonight with the children, and you know, they're a little bit nervous to be on stage tonight without his instruction and guidance. And we are so very sorry to hear this news, and our thoughts and prayers remain with the entire Mahes family during this very difficult time. I would like to take this opportunity before we introduce his students, who are brave and will be performing without him tonight. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite back on stage the Pundit of the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir, Pandit Vic Prasad, to do a special prayer in memory of Vic Mahes' father, who passed away earlier today. And he did pass away suddenly, so it's been an exceptionally hard time for the family and a hard time for these students here tonight to be performing without their teacher. I cannot see because the lights are so bright. Pandit Vic, are you near? And if you are not near, I'm going to talk about the raffle prizes until you come near. Okay. We have a raffle drawing later tonight. I'm waiting for Pandit Vic to come up here to do the prayers for the Mahes family. Every dollar you spend goes towards the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So we truly appreciate your support for this fundraising event. Tonight we are raffling off a Keurig coffee maker, and the raffle will take place at the end of the show. So please stay. We will run a very prompt show, and so we won't keep you here very long tonight. We're giving away also two $50 gift cards, as well as a facial that's valued at $175 from a cosmetic and clinical dermatology practice in Gaithersburg, and also a $150 value for a haircut, deep conditioning treatment, and blow dry style package from Lipstick Hair in Gaithersburg as well. So we thank all of our sponsors for donating those items. We have some volunteers who will be going up and down throughout the night. I'll try to call them out when I see them, and they have the raffle tickets with them, and we'd really like for you to support us if you can. You can also win some great prizes tonight. Pundit Vic? Okay, well, we are gonna have to come back to that prayer perhaps after the students perform. So somebody give me the green light when the students are ready. In the interim, I'll tell you a little bit about our temple. The Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir was founded in 1977. It's been around for a very long time. And it was founded by Hindus who immigrated from Guyana and Trinidad. So it is founded by the Hindus of that region. And it has been in existence for all this time. It is currently located in Silver Spring, Maryland. And for those of you who are not familiar with the heritage associated with the Hindus in the Caribbean, they were indentured laborers in various colonies throughout the Caribbean and also in Guyana, and really fought hard to preserve their culture and their religion. And it is interesting as I interact with Hindus from all over the world, and I myself, I've been involved in many Hindu organizations. There's something consistent that people tell me about Hindus from the Caribbean. And it is sometimes as if their religion is frozen in time, because when they migrated in the late 1800s, early 1900s from India, from the Bhojpuri region mostly, they really clinged to their culture, and they really engage in a lot of the ritualistic practices that are very ancient. So that's why our temple is very important to the youth, and we are now ready. So I'd like you to welcome now the very talented Dholak class of the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir, featuring Rakesh, Kishore, and Aiden on Dholak, Alyssa, Anya, and Aryan, and I believe Ajay, but I don't know because the curtain's not open yet, who will be singing and doing some other music. Give them a very warm welcome, especially in light of performing tonight without their instructor. Dola class, are you finished? I thought you had another song. I want to make sure that we didn't close the curtain prematurely. I believe they have another song or another item. Speak to me through the curtains. Children? Maybe when they figure it out, do we have Pundit Vic for the prayer for Vic's family? Vic Mahesa's family? I don't see him. I need a signal if they're done or not. They're ready? Are they finished? Oh, they're ready. They're coming back. So give them another big round of applause.
होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना मैं रंग ना खपना क्यों ना रंगीला आना ने जान मन रंगीला खपना क्यों ना रंगीला आना ने जान मन रंगीला मैं क्यों बननिया कौन मैं क्यों ना रंगीली आना ने जान मन रंगीला क्यों Hold your picture party, finishing minute Mario. I was a million the rest of it. I can't get gotcha. I can't an argument. I can't get to minute customer. To the hot other day. Charlie told Dolly. Kiss and the beautiful holy and holy. To the day, not होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना होली के रंग में अंगनी का सजूद बनानी जो चाची बुलाए तू पीछे कोरी जो मारी दे सिर्फ पतू बुलाए जासी ने करी की हाला अजन नहीं सहारे परमानंद कानून मापे मापियो नहीं न पारे मापियो नहीं न पारे अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार जिंदार ना अरे होली के रंग में डोलिया डोल बगे जिंदार 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 ना
one more item from this lovely group of young people from our temple. Leave the curtain open, please. Can we open the curtain, please? They have one more item. And I sincerely apologize again for this rough start because, as I mentioned, their instructor had an emergency. Tamesh, can you please open the curtain? And he was supposed to be directing them tonight, but his father passed away suddenly this morning, and we're very sorry. So they're trying on their own, and we applaud them. Here they are again, one last time. Thank you all so much. You all are so brave for continuing to perform tonight. Vic would have been very proud of you for doing this without his instruction. Great job, everyone. Is that the last one? Because I don't recall because I'm not your teacher. Is that the last one? Okay. So we have Rakesh, Kishore, Anya, Aryan, Aiden, and Alyssa. Big round of applause from the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. Okay. All right, so we are going to get started with some of the other items on the program tonight, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you now someone that is really special to us. It is Miss Diwali 2025, Ariani Odi. Before I hand her the mic to say a few remarks to you all, I wanted to explain to you why she's so special to us. Those of you who are with us during the Diwali time know that the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir started a Miss Diwali pageant about 15 or 16 years ago. And about 2 years ago, the Miss America organization picked us up as an official local pageant of the very prestigious Miss America organization that is grounded in scholarship and community service. This is certainly not a beauty pageant, but a pageant that really empowers young women to promote community service and scholarship. So last year we had our very first Miss Diwali, Riddhi Mittal, participate in the Miss Maryland State Pageant, and she won the Talent Award, and she also placed in the top 10, so we're super, super proud. Miss Diwali is making a big impact in this very short time with the Miss America organization. And now Ariani Odi is our second Miss Diwali, and she's going to go compete in the state pageant in June. So let's give her a big round of applause for representing us on the Maryland State stage, and hopefully, if you know, fingers crossed, you could go to Miss America's team as well. If you want to support Ariani when she goes to the state pageant, there's a flyer outside by the check-in desk. If you want to sponsor her, you can just take a picture of the flyer, and it has information on how you can be a part of her journey. So I'll hand it over to you now.
Hi everyone, happy Holi. Holi is a time to recognize community, and I'm so grateful to be here doing that with all of you as your Miss Diwali's team this year. So far, this year has truly been a blessing for me. I'm so grateful for the opportunities this program has given me and the communities I've been able to reach throughout my year. My pageant journey started on this very stage 2 years ago at Miss Diwali, and this organization has truly shaped me into the person I am today. This year, I have committed to and rediscovered my goals and have had the opportunity to make changes that matter. The pageant world was never one I really saw myself truly committed to, but I've gotten to experience it, and it has redefined and helped me grow as a person. In June, I will have the chance to compete for the title of Miss Maryland's teen, and the Miss Diwali organization has prepared me with the tools I need to feel confident and ready to shine. I urge anyone who has any interest in pageants to think about doing Miss Diwali. It is the perfect starting point experience, and it's something you will never forget. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you all enjoy the show tonight.
Thank you, Ariani Odi, Miss Diwali 2025. And if any of you young ladies out there want to be a part of the Miss Diwali pageant, or just have questions about it, there is a sign-up sheet at the check-in table in the front. If you put your email down, I would love to give you or your parents a call and tell you why it is a wonderful, wonderful experience. So are you ready for another dance performance? As we mentioned, there's all kinds of dances tonight, and this next item is a Bollywood group dance by the group known as Tarangini. We are excited to have them perform on our stage for the first time. We have a lot of dance schools perform tonight, and this is their first time performing with us. So please give them a very warm welcome.
Amol, he's looking for you guys.
गुलाबी चुनरिया रे
for that great performance. Our next item of the evening is a very exciting dance medley of Bollywood group dances from the different dance classes at the Notch Performing Arts. Notch Performing Arts is a premier Bollywood dance academy based in Maryland and Virginia, rapidly growing with dedicated locations in Ellicott City and Columbia, Maryland. At Notch, they bring the energy, excitement, and glamour of Bollywood to our community. The Academy offers expert training in Bollywood, semi-classical, Bollywood hip-hop, and Indian folk dance styles taught by professional instructors straight from Bollywood. Under the direction of Mr. Mosen, an experienced Bollywood dancer, choreographer, and instructor who has performed with the industry's biggest stars, Notch provides top-tier dance education for kids and adults across the DMV. With over 15 years of experience, Notch focuses on building confidence, skill, and stage presence in every student. Whether you're looking to explore a new passion or refine your dance technique, Notch Performing Arts is the place to shine. Get ready for an unforgettable performance tonight. Let's welcome Notch.
India,
All right, weren't they fantastic? They're so adorable, so cute. And there are 8 dance groups tonight from Notch Performing Arts and I think 100 dancers, which is pretty phenomenal, just about. And so the other groups are gonna come on now. I think what we're gonna do now is have the other young group, and then you'll also see some adult groups and some teenage groups tonight doing some of your very favorite Bollywood performances. So their instructor is Mohsen Sheikh, and he is setting them on stage for the next performance. I think the younger ones need a little bit of help. So when you're ready, let us know. I want to give a shout out to some other sponsors tonight. We have a volunteer videographer and photographer with us tonight. And their information is in the program. Trying to remember their names. Densu, is that you, Densu? Thank you so much for coming out and volunteering your time. Densu Kurion, you want to see the photos from tonight? We are going to share them. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram. We are Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir on Facebook and Instagram. Are they ready? I'm gonna keep talking until they're ready. Photography tonight is by Densu Kurion, and Densu's also a realtor, so please check out his ad in the book. And we have Tavon Mitchell somewhere tonight doing videography, and we're going to share all of that with you after the show. So make sure you follow us on social media. If you would like to join our emailing list to learn more about us and our upcoming events, you can put your name and email out at the front door, and we will add you to our emailing list where we share all of this wonderful information. We are ready, so give it up for Notch Performing Arts.
Pushpa,
All right, weren't they fantastic? They are so adorable. All right, while we're getting ready for some of the other performances, I wanted to let you know about some of the really amazing vendors that we have out there. We have Karma Creations with jewelry and clothing, but we also have Cool Beans. Cool Beans is an 11-year-old young entrepreneur who is custom making items tonight, and she's donating the proceeds to the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. Things like, do you guys sing bhajans? This is a bhajan bag, but it could be whatever bag you want it to be. And then she's making t-shirts. This one says, Hanuman is my own boy. This is an Om as well. So if you have a moment, she's making them. It takes 10 minutes to make. You could put in your order. Proceeds go to benefit the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. So check them out. Check also Samatva Wealth Management is out there for your financial planning needs. We like to support the businesses that are supporting the temple, so we would like you to support them as well if you are looking for financial planning needs. And again, support Cool Beans tonight, and those proceeds will go to the temple. Thank you. Okay, Notch is coming up again. Those were the youngest groups, the 4 to 6-year-old groups, and now we're going to move to those 7 to 9-year-old group as well. Is coming up next. We have the 7 to 9-year-old group.
Yeah!
amazing they want to stay forever. All right, the next group coming up is the 9 to 11-year-old group. But in the interim, I want to introduce you to some volunteers. This is actually Miss Diwali 2024, Riddhi Mittal, our very first Miss Diwali to go to state pageant. And this is Nitya Sri Kumaran, who also participated in the pageant as well. They are coming around tonight with the raffle bags. You can win a coffee maker, 2 $50 gift cards, a signature facial, haircut, deep conditioning, treatment, and blow dry. And the tickets are just $5 for 2 tickets, $10 for 5 tickets, and $20 for 12 tickets. And all proceeds benefit the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. So they're going to walk up and down the aisle. They will not harass you. They're very kind. But if you raise your hand, they will come to you and they will sell you your ticket tonight. So this is like red carpet service. Thank you so much, Riddhi, and thank you so much, Nitya. And Prisha is here too, but I don't know where she is. She's another high school volunteer. They all attend River Hill High School, so thank you so much for volunteering tonight. All right, we ready for the 9 to 11-year-old group of natural performing arts? They're ready. Put your hands together for them.
అని ఊరు వాడ అనుకున్న గాని మహారాజు నాకు
13-year-old group of Notch Performing Arts. Are we ready, Mosin, for the next one? Are we closing the curtain again? Okay. So the next group, they are the 11 to 13-year-old group of Notch Performing Arts. Again, we have Riddhi and Nitya walking up and down the aisle. If you would like to purchase raffle tickets, we're going to be doing that drawing later tonight. We want to thank our dinner sponsors. So many volunteers of the temple contributed money towards catering food tonight, but we also had some restaurant sponsors. We had Mango Grove, Amber Spice, Namaste Foodie, and Cooker and Karahi. So we're so grateful for all of those helping hands that made the delicious dinner that you enjoyed this evening. I need a signal. Are you guys ready? I want to acknowledge guests from the Embassy of Guyana who are sitting here tonight. We're so grateful to have your distinguished presence with us. Thank you for always supporting us. And here we go, Notch Performing Arts.
This could be the whole
getting older and older tonight. I think I might have gotten the last group wrong. I think that was 9 to 11, and coming up next is the 11 to 13-year-old group. So if you would like to buy raffle tickets, there is Riddhi Mittal going up and down the aisle. Just raise your hand and she will come to you. And again, we have some vendors outside if you're looking for any Indian clothing or jewelry or custom printing. The custom printing is being done by an 11-year-old volunteer who's donating the proceeds to the Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir. Ready? All right, here we go. The 11 to 13-year-old group of Natch Performing Arts. performance from Not Performing Arts. I believe there are 2 groups left from this dance school. The next group is actually the adult dance group, and then they'll be followed by the teen dance group to finish off their segment for the evening. While they get set up, I just want to thank some other folks. Kishmish Event Stylist is our sponsor for our event decor, the backdrop materials and things that you see here tonight to make our stage look beautiful. And then we had our Maryland Hindu Milan Mandir volunteers actually decorate the stage, but Kishmish provided the materials. So if you love the backdrop, I would like to give a shout out to our volunteers who put it all together, and Kishmish for letting us the materials. Also want to thank